Hey guys, so it is time to start reviewing our October Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. So I have been an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus member actually from the very first box. It was something I never actually thought that I would subscribe to. When I heard they were doing the Plus, I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, I don't need full-size products. And then they invited me to do the beta, and I couldn't help myself, like zero self-control. And I've been doing the Plus ever since. Otherwise, I've been doing Ipsy for 2 to 3 years now. I originally started doing Ipsy because I wasn't comfortable with makeup. The most I had in my repertoire was foundation, generally like foundation that was not my shade. Especially like back in those of you, this might like tell my age, those of you back in the 2000s, that was like the orange self-tanned look was in, and like unless your hair was like bleach blonde, you weren't really cool until like the Jessica Parker brown phase started coming through for like that Sex and the City movie. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with makeup. Like, I didn't have like any comfort going to the makeup aisle when I was like, oh my gosh, I have an important event coming up and I need to look nicer, and I would just stand there like lost like a lamb. And I'm kind of stubborn. I could have just gone to like Ulta or Sephora and had them like come help me out, but I like to do things my own way, so I decided to kind of teach myself through Ipsy and through the help of many beauty YouTubers out there. And this is where I am today. By no means am I what I consider like a beauty guru or anything. I'm very much still just an amateur, but it is something I enjoy. And I do enjoy watching unboxing videos, so I thought, why not do my own? So yeah, this is where we're at. Let's go ahead and dive on into the box. And there is, oh, the inside says, discover yourself. That's a different one. I do really enjoy the little quote that was in the old boxes before they rebranded, and it was something along the lines of like, you're beautiful, no, just the way you are. It was like something along those lines, and I was like, that's sweet. There is a little card that says flaunt it, and it is talking about, it says, let's start obsessing over what we love about ourselves. It's time to show off what makes you feel beautiful, like those lips, that skin. And who better than iconic beauty muse and confidence queen Betty Boop to inspire you to flaunt unapologetically. Oh yeah, so this is the first, well, I was gonna say the first real bag we've gotten. For those of you who've been doing this from the beginning of Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, we did get that one bag with like the very first box, and then I don't know if this was everyone. I accidentally got a bag like a year ago or so. I don't think I was supposed to, but it was around the time they apologized, like, hey, JK, we're not doing those bags. And now that they've decided we're doing, I don't know, I can't keep up with anything, but we do have a bag. Mine kind of looks like there might be something on the Betty Boop part. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to see if I can just like wipe it off or something. It's sequin on this side, and then there's a cute little heart-shaped pendant, zipper heart-shaped pendant attached to the zipper, I should say. I don't hate the bag. One of the things I was excited about when I transitioned from Ipsy, the normal Glam Bag, to the Glam Bag Plus is actually getting bigger makeup bags, just because those I feel like are better for when I do go on trips and I need to, excuse me, a little cough. I'm fighting a little bit of a head cold right now. But anyway, I was excited about the bigger bags that were supposed to come with Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, just because those are better packing for trips. You can still use these to pack things for trips, but I don't feel like they're super helpful all the time necessarily. I have 5 million of them. I was kind of excited not to have 5 million of them when I switched to Plus. So feelings are mixed now that they're starting to offer them again in the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. But either way, we'll see if it ends up being given away or donated. It's a decent size bag, I'll give it that. Let's go ahead and dive on into our first product. So our first product is the Real Her I Am Adaptable. I think that's the shade. Yes, I Am Adaptable is the shade, and it is a matte liquid lipstick. I do really enjoy liquid lipsticks. I do prefer them over what I would say normal lipsticks. That almost looks like an orangey shade to me. I'm trying to get it to focus. Anyway, let's go ahead and swatch this. And what will be a fun experiment is if by the time we're done unboxing this to see if it is dry. So let's take a look at that. It's a red shade. I was thinking it might be a more reddish orange shade. I have a red lippy. That's something I'm actually been thinking about changing in my preferences on Ipsy, just because, don't get me wrong, I love a good red lippy, but what I really kind of need in my collection right now are more neutrals, more berries, more pinks. I feel like red is kind of their go-to when it comes to, hey, we're gonna put a lippy in a box, just because red's kind of easy. And that's great, but it's not what I need. I think I actually got a red lippy in my very first Ipsy, so that I feel like that is very significant of their go-to sales pitch or marketing strategy. Let's go ahead and go into our next product. It is the Be Beautiful, Be You brushes by Farrah. Something that I've noticed is every single time I've gotten brushes in Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, at least, they've always been Farrah brushes. I'm not mad. It's an interesting observation. I would like it if they kind of mixed it up a little bit. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not every single one in Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, but I feel like I haven't seen any from any other brands. Comment down below if you've gotten non-Farrah brushes in your Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I know when I used to just do the normal Glam Bag, I would get, let's see, actually I can look right here. Like this one is a Luxie brush that I got back in the day. Like the Wonder one, oh, that's also Luxie. Well, either way, what's this one? This mint pear one, different. Yeah, I was about to say maybe Luxie was more partnered with the normal Glam Bag and Farrah's Glam Bag Plus. I don't know. It's just an interesting theme I've noticed along the way. Yeah, I like me some good brushes. I feel like I'm never mad when I get brushes. I can always use more brushes because I don't really like going out and buying them, just because I feel like these are generally just a better value for my money, especially if you're on a budget. Let's go ahead and go look into our next product. It is the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Age Defying Exfoliator. So this is actually the product I picked this month. You could pick one product, and this is the one I decided to pick. I have oily decombination skin. I also get hormonal flare-ups. So something that has been helping my skin out immensely is all of the skin products I've been getting in Ipsy. So this is something I will always be thankful for. I feel like honestly sometimes I'm more into Ipsy now for the skincare items that I get, and not necessarily so much for some of the makeup things I've been getting, because I just have so much now. And let's look at our next product. Let's see. We have the Betty Boop Cheek to Cheek Blush Palette. I used to never really be comfortable with blushes. I used to never wear them. It was just something, maybe it had to do with how many flare-ups I used to have on my skin, especially like acne flare-ups. But something that I have really started only becoming comfortable with in the last couple months is I've started playing around with blushes, because I've noticed that is one of the few things that I don't have in my collection. Nothing like filming a video to realize that your hair is insane. Oh well. Anyway, back on track. The Betty Boop blush palette. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. And let's go ahead and swatch these. So it says it's a blush palette, but a couple of these are definitely giving me highlighter vibes. So I think I might have to check to see what the card says after I'm done swatching. Yeah, these are actually a little bit hard to swatch. Yeah, 2 out of 3 of these are like definitely highlighters. Look at that. Which I ain't mad. It's just, I want blushes. I don't need more highlighters. I want blushes. There's at least one blush in there in a color I don't really have in my collection, so I ain't mad. I know there are some subscribers out there to Ipsy that they're not digging the whole partnering thing Ipsy tends to do every now and then. Like this month they're partnering with Betty Boop. There's that month they like partnered with Tetris. Next month they are partnering with Gigi, which actually that one I'm actually pretty excited about. This one wasn't bad, but I know some of us aren't super excited about the whole Betty Boop thing, just because it's people feel like they're not getting their value from it necessarily. Again, I ain't mad. I will say, let's find that card really quick. Where did it go? Like this blush palette, they're valuing at $28. I wouldn't necessarily give that same value to it, and I think that's what a lot of people feel about a lot of the Betty Boop products, is that they're not quite worth what Ipsy is valuating them at. But anyway, we'll go ahead and talk about our last product, which is the Jolie Spectra Stick. It's a highlighter. Between that and what was supposed to be a blush palette, I got 3 highlighters in this Glam Bag, and I have a good amount of highlighters. Again, I enjoy glitter. You can see it. I enjoy a nice highlighter, as you can see on my face. Oh, I didn't show you what it looked like before I opened it. So this is what it looks like, and something that I always think is really cool is when you can just click, comes out. That way if you throw it in your purse, not that I generally throw highlighters in my purses, be different with lipstick, but anyway, you can just click it. You don't necessarily have to worry about it like coming apart in your purse or your makeup bag if you're traveling. Let's go ahead and swatch this guy too. Oh, you're pretty. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that is vibrant. That is gonna light up my face. Something I have to be careful about, because sometimes I tend to overindulge in highlighters, is that sometimes I overindulge too much, and I prefer a more matte look, and if I do too much highlighter, all of a sudden it's just oil everywhere. So I'm gonna have to be careful with this one. And I did decide to, I had an add-on in this month's box. This is the first time I've ever done an add-on, and I decided to get the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream in the shade Fair. Normally I work outside 8 to 10 hours a day for work, so I don't do all this every day. I only do this maybe once, twice a week at most. Mostly what I do as part of my daily skincare or skin makeup routine, whatever you want to call it, is I usually wash my face and I moisturize, and sometimes I put on either a BB cream, like a tinted moisturizer, just to cover up whatever blemishes are popping up. This is something I'm interested in. We're gonna go ahead and swatch it really quick. I did think this was gonna be a bigger size, but it's fine. Ooh. It has like a citrusy, is that bergamot? It has a citrusy-ish undertone. I dig it. I could put that on my face. It also has SPF in it, which is also important because, again, I work outside 8 to 10 hours a day. So I'm always making sure I put SPF on my face. If you've seen other video, well, I guess I only have one other video up on my channel right now, but you will see in other videos I have a pretty striking tan line from work right here. You might have seen it, I have a watch tan line that's pretty prominent. I have all sorts of tan lines around my ankles and my feet and my calves that I am actually, while we're here, I'm using this natural glow to try to even out before I go on vacation, so that way it doesn't look nearly as bad. But enough ranting. Thanks for joining me on my unboxing process, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to redo that. Thanks for joining me throughout this unboxing. Let me know what you guys think. Are you happy Ipsy Glam Bag Plus subscribers? Are you Ultimate? Are you Normal? What are your thoughts? I'm interested in communicating with everyone out there about Ipsy. Just ask my coworkers. I'm always bugging them, like, what you get in your Ipsy this month. I'm a part of a couple different Facebook groups as well, just to talk about our Ipsies. So let me know what you think. I'm interested to know. And if you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. I like to do unboxings, so there's more of this to come. Thanks for tuning in.